And today on Moxie Monday, we are talking about custom searches. So I'm going to show you, kind of describe what those are, how to leverage them, and how to create them. So we're going to get a tight 15-20 minutes here, and let's just go ahead and dive right in. So I'm going to share my screen with y'all real quick. I'm hoping my dogs don't bark in the next 15-20 minutes. So if they do, I apologize in advance. So right now I am on my Moxie site. If you guys can see my screen here, and a custom search is, kind of exactly what it sounds like. It's a search that you can create on your site with custom settings, depending on location, depending on price range, whatever you're looking to create, and then you can then link that in certain places on your site. For example, if you are using the kind of default template for your Moxie homepage, which is what I'm looking at right here, if you notice under this featured properties tab there's one called Holland Luxury Homes. This is a custom search that I created, and I was able to place right in here and be able to scroll through these luxury homes based on the settings that I put in. The other place you can see it, and let me move so because everyone's faces are kind of in the way. If you look up here along this top bar, you'll see I've got my normal tabs: about me, testimonials, buying and selling, local news, and then I've got one right here that is homes in Rockford. So again, if I were to click that tab, that would also bring me to a custom search for homes in the area. Again, that's just another custom search I created, which I'm going to show you how to do. But those are two places that you can leverage custom searches. One is kind of as a tab in your top bar up here in your navigation bar, and two is right here on your home page in the default template. Now, if you do have a custom page, if you went out and created an awesome, sweet kind of custom home page, you can do the exact same thing that we did here with this tab right here. You can input something like that right into your page. So first thing I'm going to do is show you how to create one of those, and then I'll show you how you can place it. So first thing we have to do is log in, as always, to my.schmidtresources.com. You're going to log in, and it's going to bring you to your home page here. And then you're just simply going to click on My Website across this top bar. And that's going to take you to the back end of your website. If you've spent any time working on your site, you've seen this page before. So hopefully this particular page isn't anything too new. As always, there's a couple specific ways to get there, but thankfully for custom searches, there is a tab right here in the common tasks. So you see common tasks, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, create custom search links. So you can just simply click go there, and it'll take you to the right page. Or if you want to, over here, you can click on site pages. On this left-hand bar, if you click on site pages, this is going to take you where all of your pages are, and you can add one this way, which I'm going to circle back to this part, so don't worry about this too much. And then finally, there's literally a tab on the left here that says custom search. And if you click add new, you see where I'm saying on the left-hand side, if I scroll down, it says custom search and then add new. It's going to allow us to add a new search. So this is where it's going to take you in order to create a new search, and there's two fields here you can see. One is the title, and then one is the actual search path. Now the title is purely for you. The title is just so you can organize your custom searches and then choose them later. So you could literally just, you could call it Holland Luxury. You could call it, Holland 150 to 300. You could do, whatever you want to call it. The search title is purely for what you want to title something as. Okay, so we're just gonna call it for the sake of it, because I'm working on the Michigan site. Let's just do Grand Rapids. Oh look, it already populated. I must have used it before. I'm gonna do Grand Rapids Luxury Homes. So that's gonna be my title. And then underneath that is the search path. This is the part where we have to go grab something specific. Now, if you look at the example or the tips underneath, it says the path must start with search, and I'm going to show you what that means in a second. And then it shows you that it says the easiest way to do this, and I'm going to show you what that easiest way is. So here's what we want to do. In order to get our custom search, we want to, in another tab, open the main website. So cbgreatlakes.com, cbschmidtohio.com, cbfloridahomes.com. We want to open that main site in a new tab. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create our search. So the easiest way to do that is right here in this main bar, start by searching the city you want to create the search for. So if you remember, if we go back to this tab, I said Grand Rapids Luxury Homes. That's the search that I want to create. So we're going to start by typing in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And you can see it pops up right there. I'm going to click it. And then I'm going to click the search button. Just like you would be searching for properties as a consumer if you were going to the site. So I'm going to minimize everybody's faces for a second so I can have the full screen here. So right now we're just looking at the search for Grand Rapids, Michigan. All of the properties that are kind of coming up in the area. So if you want to create a more custom search, there's a lot of different filters you can do. You can do a radius, which is you kind of put a point here. I could put it right in the middle of Grand Rapids. And then you can see it automatically kind of comes in and out in terms of how big I want it to go. Just say I want it to do that. So now then I can click up here. You can see I can click Run Search. And instead of so the first thing I did now is instead of just making it the city of Grand Rapids, I made a radius that I could work with. You could do schools if you wanted to. You could look for all the public schools in the area and see those on the map. You could draw a little circle. So again, you can mess with the filters here. The other thing you can do is you can mess with the filters up here. Price, bed and bath. And then if you click this big filters tab, there's a bunch of stuff you could work with. You can say I only want to look for condos in the area. I only want to look for, a minimum of, 2,000 square feet in the area. Or maybe you're looking for acreage. So right here under acres, you do a minimum lot size of 2 acres or something like, whatever you're looking for. So the step that we're on right now is we want to create the parameters for our search. Now, I did create this radius, obviously, like I just showed you, by clicking that radius button. But like we said, the one thing that I'm looking for right now for this search is luxury homes. So in the Grand Rapids area, under the Coldwell Banker sort of guidelines, luxury means anything $500,000 and up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this price tab right here. And I'm going to do a minimum of $500,000. And then I'm just going to click Apply. And now our search is going to bring us all of the listings within this radius over here. And I'm actually going to turn the schools off for a second just because they're kind of adding that. So now my search is showing me all of the luxury homes within this big radius right here. Everything on the market, $500,000 and up. The other thing I want to show you before we take the next step is that if you look, so we've got where it says the city right here. Right underneath that, it says showing 1 to 80 of 80 listings. But if you go over to the far right of that bar, it says sort and then price. So my search right now is all homes in this radius, 500K and up. And then the search is sorting by price. If I click on this, I can change it to time on market. I want to see the newest listings first. I can do the most beds high to low, baths high to low, square feet high to low, etc. So if you want to change the way it's organized, you can. Most of the time, price is a good way to start. High price to low. So that I'm happy with the way that is right now. But again, you can absolutely go and change that. So we've got our search created now. We've got all of the listings that we're looking for. We've got the price set and we've got the area set. So if we go back to this search thing right here, look at this first line. It says the path must begin with search dash or slash. I know that can be confusing. So slash, search slash, and then the rest of the search. So let me show you where you're going to find that. I'm going to bring this down just a bit here. If you look at the link up here, the URL that we are currently on for this search, it's cbgreatlakes.com/search dash or slash hashtag status and then this long gobbledygook. What we want is everything from search and then all the way over. That is the link that we're looking for. I'm going to show you the easiest way to do that, to get that over there. The way that I like to do it is I click on it, and you can see that it highlights everything. The entire link is highlighted. So all we're going to do now is we're going to right-click and click Copy. And then we're going to go to this box right here, and we're going to right-click it, and then we're going to paste. And boom, this whole long, messy URL, all of these parameters pop over. That's a lot of stuff. We don't need to worry about any of that. There's only one thing we need to change. Remember, right here it says the path must begin with search slash. Search slash. But right now, it starts with HTTP, www, blah, 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 and then we see the search slash. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete everything before that word search. So you can see I'm just going to go back and delete all of it. And now we're exactly where we should be. The path must begin with search, and guess what? Right there, it starts with the word search. So that means that our search is good to go. So again, the way to do that is to, when you're on the search and you've got everything happy with what, your parameters, when you've got everything set, just go up to the link up here, copy it, and then when you go back to this tab, paste it all in, and then I'm going to do it again just to show you. We're going to paste it all in, all that stuff, and then we're going to delete everything before the word search, which really should just be HTTP and then the website. So www.cbgreatlakes.com, CB Schmidt, Ohio, or CB Florida Homes. We're just going to delete that, and it's going to start with the word search, and then we're going to click save. So just like that, we now have a custom search. It's created. Simple as that. So let me see if I haven't seen any come in, but does anybody have any questions so far on just that part of it, on actually creating the custom search? If you do, please write them in the chat. But I'm going to move on with what to do with this custom search now that you have it, if you want to add this to your website somewhere. So if we want to add this to our website, I'm going to show you how to do it on the, I said earlier, on the default homepage that we have, and then in your navigation bar, but the same stuff will apply if you have a custom page, if you're trying to kind of do the next level of it. So what we're going to do is from here, I'm going to click on homepage on the left-hand side over here. I'm going to click on homepage. And because I'm using the default homepage, it's going to bring me to where I edit everything. So, if you've been on all of these Moxi Mondays, and if you've done stuff with your site before, this page should look familiar, because this is where you edit all the information, where you edit the the bio on the main page. And then I'm going to keep scrolling down, and there's already, as in part of this page, a section here that literally says custom search module. And this is where you can add a custom search. So we already went in and created it ahead of time, so all we have to do now is choose which one we want to use. However, if you hadn't, if you were just scrolling and you saw this, again, there's a link right here that takes you to the page we were just at. Create a custom search, etc. You can hide this widget if you want to. If you don't want this on your page, you can just hide it, do whatever you want there. If you do want it, though, you've got two things you have to fill out, really. One of them is what you want to title it. Now, if you remember when we created the Grand Rapids Luxury Homes, we called it Grand Rapids Luxury Homes. And I told you that was just internally for your organization. That's still true. Obviously, though, Grand Rapids Luxury Homes is a good descriptor of it. So what I'm going to do is, under this custom search results, I'm going to choose the one that we just created. So when I'm looking at this bar, all of the search results, all of the custom searches that I've created show up for me right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 of them. This Grand Rapids Luxury Homes is the one we just created. So I'm going to choose that. And you can just see it defaults right there. And then we want to title it something. So again, Grand Rapids Luxury Homes makes sense. There's no reason to call it anything else than that. So I'm just going to call it that. So, yeah, it's the same title. It reflects itself. Makes pretty decent sense from my end. If you change your criteria, do you have to reset your search? I think I understand what you're saying, Marty. If you change your search criteria on here, then yes, you would need to recopy and paste the link over, because every time you change the search here, so even if I were to change the price from 500 to 600, that's going to generate some new fields in this long URL, so then I would have to copy and paste it over. But you can also, you could find time in the beginning and just create 5 different custom searches to load into your site, and then just swap between those if you ever want to. But there's not really any need to really swap between custom searches all the time. It just depends on what you want to display on your site, if that makes sense. So we've got it. We says Grand Rapids Luxury Homes. We chose that search for Grand Rapids Luxury Homes. And then the last thing we have to do, as always, is scroll down to the bottom and click Publish. You want to make sure you actually save those changes. So if you look at my page right now, you'll see it has the Holland Luxury Homes, which was the old one. But now if I refresh the page and I go back here, now there it is, Grand Rapids Luxury Homes. There they are. So just like that, the new search that I brought over shows on my page as my new custom search. Let me see the chat again. Yes, Scott. So this Scott asks, are the search results drawn from our MLSs? And yes, it is drawn from all of the local MLSs that are connected to our site. So I'm working mainly in West Michigan on this particular one, but all of those MLSs are coming over. It's not just Coldwell Banker Properties. It's all of those that are in the area. You can click brokerage listings only right here in the filters, and I do believe that will take over. I'm pretty sure that will just bring over your brokerage's listings if that's what you want to display on your site. Let me go back here. So I want to show you one other place that you can add a custom search, and that is across your navigation bar. So like I showed you up here, if you look, I've got one on my navigation bar up here that says Homes in Rockford. I want to show you how to add that across this top bar. It's pretty simple. So from your home page, or from the back end here, I'm going to hover over site pages, and then you'll see where it says all pages right next to it. So again, I'm on any page right now, blah, 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 and then over on the left-hand side, it says site pages, and I'm going to click on all pages. Take a sip of water quick. So this brings you to the kind of display screen of all of the pages that are on your navigation bar. So again, you can see home, about me, testimonials, properties, and if we go back to my page, here they are right across the top. Home, about me, testimonials, properties. So that's kind of where those display if you're seeing that. We've got the top bar here is the navigation bar, and when I go back to this page, it kind of lists them for me. If I want to add a custom search to this page as a navigation tool, I'm going to click on Add New, the big button up here across the top. I'm going to click Add New, and it's going to default to probably custom page. That's not what we want. If you click on this bar, you'll see custom search. That's what we're after, which is exactly what we've been creating. So we're going to click custom search. We're going to click submit. It's going to take us to a screen that says, all right, again, A, what do you want the title to be? And then B, which search do you want to connect it to? So again, I'm going to put Grand Rapids, and I'm going to say, just to change it up, Grand Rapids area luxury homes. That's the title. That's what's going to appear in the navigation bar. And then where do I want to send them to? So again, it says Homes in Rockford. I'm going to find the one that we created, Grand Rapids Luxury Homes. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click Save. And that, just like that, it says page updated. That means I'm going to have a search on my front page now for those. So let's refresh the screen real quick because I saved it. And there it is, right there. Right along this top navigation bar, if you go to the right, you see Grand Rapids Area Luxury Homes. That's the one that we created. Now, just to show you, if we go back to the site pages and we click on all pages again, if I scroll down here, I will see right down here, Grand Rapids Area Luxury Homes. You can see it towards the bottom down here. If I want to move where that is across my navigation bar, because again, right now you see it towards the end, Grand Rapids Area Luxury Homes and Homes in Rockford. If I want to move this maybe all the way to the front, right next to home, or maybe I want to move it after my About Me, all you want to do is on this page, go down to where it is, Grand Rapids Area Luxury Homes, and you'll see those little 4 arrows appear as the icon for my mouse. I'm going to hold it down, and I'm just going to drag it. I'm going to go all the way up here. I'm going to click and drag. Whoops. And I'm going to put it right after my About Me section because I want it to display right across that top. So I moved it. So now you'll see it says Home, About Me, and then Grand Rapids Area Luxury Homes. I'm going to publish that because, again, you always got to save your progress when you're doing this stuff. And finally, when I go back here, I'm going to refresh it. And you can see it already moved over. Home, About Me, and now Grand Rapids Area Luxury Homes. It's the third option across my navigation bar. And if I click on it, it's going to take me to that search that we created in that radius with all of those luxury listings. So that's basically it, guys. That is how you create a custom search. Remember, the big part of it when creating the search is going to the website and literally creating the search as if you were a consumer. So again, you'd go to cbgreatlakes.com or cbschmidohio.com or cbfloridahomes.com. The easiest way to do it is to start by searching the city that you want to create a search for. So let's just change it up. I'm going to do Muskegon this time. So whoops. So I'm going to click Muskegon, Michigan. I'm going to click search. And after you've searched for the city that you want to make the search for, you add the parameters. You add the price minimum, or you add the location, or the radius you want to do. If you go by filters again, you can search by condos. Maybe you just want to do condos in Muskegon. So I click condo right there. Oops, I'm actually going to, because it defaults to all of them, so I'm going to unselect everything else and then just select condo. So you see up here right now, only condo is blue. I'm going to click apply, and then it's going to show me all the condos in the area. So now I can create a custom search on my site that say, condos for sale, as opposed to, just going by price. Candy, I don't think we can count or search by county through this. Let's try it real quick. Yeah, looks like you can actually. If I put in Kent County, Michigan, it does work. Perfect. See, I'm learning something new too. So yes, you can search by county on the site by putting the county in and then, creating the search. So you can do it that way. You can do, again, condos for rent. I'm going to do the same thing. I have the Kent County, Michigan there. I'm going to go to filters. Oh, it already defaulted to condos for me. So I'm going to do condo, apply. And then the easiest way to do it, remember, is to copy and paste this entire URL up here, the entire URL. And then once you paste it, delete everything before search, because your path needs to start with the word search. Any more questions, guys? Again, as always, while I'm waiting for these last questions, if you go to support.moxiworks.com and you type in custom search, I'm just going to type in custom search and click the word search. They have a bunch of stuff here that you can use to reference, including this video, for creating a custom search. So again, if I click on the creating custom searches on your site, they're going to walk you through how to do that. They're going to have the same steps that we did, the copy and pasting, the search module, all that good stuff you can see screen by screen right here on support.moxiworks.com.